The Epstein story, it's not going away just yet. In an effort to put this to rest, this political crisis of its own making, President Trump directed the Justice Department to release all grand jury testimony regarding Epstein, subject, of course, to court approval. He also added, quote, "Nothing will be good enough for the troublemakers and radical left lunatics making the request. It will always be more, MAGA." Trump's directive coming on the heels of this pathetic Wall Street Journal exclusive report. It claims that Trump sent Epstein a sexually suggestive letter back in 2003 for his 50th birthday. They have yet to provide or show this letter. And Trump not only denied writing the letter or the little doodle that came along with it, he called it false, malicious, and defamatory. He hit those responsible for the report where it really hurts them. The president filed a $10 billion defamation lawsuit against the owner of the Wall Street Journal, Rupert Murdoch, as well as his company, News Corp, its CEO, Robert Thomson, the Dow Jones, and the two reporters who wrote the article. And the next day, after this report came out, because I was filling in for Greg Kelly, I awoke to a flurry of texts from friends alerting me that this left-wing media critic was slamming me for not talking about the letter when I was guest hosting on Thursday. So the reason I didn't cover the letter was because it wasn't verified. You know, the Wall Street Journal report, it's not been corroborated. And as a journalist, call me crazy, you need verification before you slam anyone, never mind the president of the United States, with some ridiculous, heinous accusation. This whole Epstein scandal, it largely lives online on social media, by the way. I mean, among the conspiracy theorists and internet sleuths, because here's how everyday Republican voters actually feel about Trump since the controversy broke.
I mean, look, I think this one surprised me a bit because of all these complaints online going after Trump and the Epstein files. You might think his approval ratings were going down, Republicans. If anything, they're going up. Republicans who approve of Trump, look at our CNN poll. The prior one, 86%. The one out this week, 88% were Republicans. How about Quinnipiac? The prior poll, 87% approve of Republicans. This week out, 90% were Republicans. If anything, Donald Trump's approval rating has gone up since this whole Epstein saga started. He is at the apex or close there, too, in terms of his pop or not.
Wow. And that's CNN, folks, reporting this. Trump is at his apex. Trump is winning left and right, from the border to the economy. You know, I bet if the election was held again today, Trump would win by an even larger landslide. Trump's winning streak is enraging the left-wing loons so much so that this is all they can do, that they're weaponizing this Epstein saga against him because they've got nothing else. If Epstein was so important to the Democrats, why didn't they ask for full transparency when they had the House, the Senate, and even the White House?
The congressman could have gotten that from 21 to 25 when Democrats controlled the DOJ. Why? It was a crisis then. It's a crisis now. Why didn't Democrats call for it from 21 to 25?
So, I mean, you have to go back and look specifically at particular prosecutorial decisions and what was taking place in terms of the other cases. So I don't know. We could try to reconstruct that record.
If you see such a need to investigate this, why didn't you raise it during the Biden administration? I mean, we couldn't find that you made any public comments about Epstein in previous administrations.
Well, I would have been happy to raise it then as well. Frankly, we were focused on so many different pieces, but I have been one of the Democrats that has been consistent on what I call out Republican presidents for and Democratic presidents for.
Blah, 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 deflect and lies. They're full of it, and they know it. We all know it was President Trump who pushed for a full investigation of the Epstein files, along with Kash Patel and Dan Bongino, well, before they got into the White House.
Who's on the Epstein tapes, folks? Who's on those tapes? Who's in those black books? Why have they been hiding it?
You know, it's the same thing with Epstein's list. It's like, what the hell are these Republicans doing? What the hell are the House Republicans doing? They have the majority. You can't get the list?
So you're not only doubting Trump when you say that there's some kind of massive cover-up, you're doubting his now current head of the FBI, Patel, and deputy director of the FBI, Bongino. You really think that all three of these men would jeopardize their reputation, their integrity, everything they've stood for to protect low-life sex abusers? Come on, absolutely not. I'm not buying that narrative the left has been spinning. So anytime you sound remotely like a Democrat, like a Hakeem Jeffries, like an AOC, like Jamie Raskin, think long and hard about what's happening to you. As we New Yorkers like to say, you're being played. And as I've been saying all along about this Epstein thing, let the process play out. A favorite quote of mine comes to mind. The truth is like a seed. It may lay dormant for a while, but with time and patience, it will always break through the surface.